I'm seeing people pulling together during this time. I believe that this is not going to destroy us. I believe this is going to pull us together and make us stronger as a community and as a people. And the thing that I wanted to go over this morning with you is how to use a particular kind of technology so we can stay connected. Even though we're in our homes, we don't have to be isolated. We have an amazing resource to use the internet, to use the tools at our disposal to stay connected. We can meet, we can work, we can collaborate. There's a lot of things that we can do online. So let's take advantage of the technology that we have and overcome these problems with the tools that we have available. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about that. I just released a blog on my website. You can read the whole thing at gilbertstudios.com/blog. I would be remiss if I did not mention what was going on in today's climate. For those of you who don't know, or you're watching 100 years in the future, or whatever, for posterity, I should at least mention. I don't like to say these words out loud, but I'm going to say them anyway for those watching, just so you know fully what we're aware of. Today is March 18th, 2020, and we currently have a nationwide, a worldwide scare about the coronavirus. COVID-19, or at least the fear or fever of it, is sweeping the nation, sweeping the world, and it is changing everything. We've got bars and restaurants being shut down. We've got meetings being canceled everywhere. People are being told to stay in their homes, especially the elderly. Sorry, people over 65 are being asked to stay in their homes because they're especially susceptible to this particular illness, which causes respiratory distress. And there's been death, and there's been chaos, and there's been, I don't want to say there's been looting. I haven't seen any looting, but I have seen people making a run on the stores and taking all the stuff off the shelves, and there's even been some fighting over toilet paper. It's a crazy time right now, and I know that it's a big deal, and it's going on in our world, and I would be remiss if I didn't mention it. So that's what's happening, and people are scared, and people are nervous, and they don't know what to do. Schools are closed. All the kids are home. Everyone has now become a homeschooler. So welcome to the homeschooling world, everyone. And it's crazy. So what can we do? Well, guess what, folks? There's a lot of tools and technologies that we can use during this time. And I felt it was my duty, it was my responsibility to present to you some of the things that you can do. Here I am in my own home office, quarantined in my own little bubble with my family in the background. Do pardon me if you hear any noises or yelling or screaming. My kids are home too. But you know what else? I'm seeing people pulling together. I'm seeing really encouraging things. I'm seeing strangers helping each other out. I'm hearing stories of an elderly couple in the parking lot at the store, too afraid to get out of their car and go in the grocery store, giving money to a total stranger to go into the store, and she bought their groceries and she brought it back out to them and gave them their change. And I'm seeing people pulling together during this time. I believe that this is not going to destroy us. I believe this is going to pull us together and make us stronger as a community and as a people. And so I'm here to help you in any way that I can during this process. And the thing that I wanted to go over this morning with you is how to use a particular kind of technology so we can stay connected. Even though we're in our homes, we don't have to be isolated. We have an amazing resource, just like what we're doing right now, to use the internet, to use the tools at our disposal to stay connected. We can meet, we can work, we can collaborate. There's a lot of things that we can do online. So let's take advantage of the technology that we have and overcome these problems with the tools that we have available. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about that. If you'd like to read more about this topic, do check out my blog, gilbertstudios.com/blog. You're going to look for this graphic right here, and the title of the blog is "It's Time to Go Online." It's time. So let's talk a little bit about that this morning. My graphic says, "Come online, the water's fine." So the tool that we're going to be talking about today is something that's being used a lot right now, and it's called Zoom. Zoom is a platform, it's a video conferencing platform that you can use, and you can get started for free. And the way that you go there is zoom.us. 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 You can also Google the word Zoom, and Google will take you right to it. But the address is zoom.us, and you can sign up for a totally free account to participate in this platform. Hi, Brenda. Glad you jumped on with us this morning. Welcome. So you can go to zoom.us and you can sign up totally for your own free account. Now, if you want to, you can check out the plans and pricing pages to see how they have different levels of service and how their different levels of service include different things. So, for example, I'm on the next plan up. I think it's called the Pro plan, and that if you're on the free plan, let me give you a couple of the distinctions. If you're on the free plan, there is a limit to how many people you can have participate at one time, and there's a limit to the time that you can use. So if I'm not mistaken, and I could be wrong and they could change this anytime, you're allowed to go live with a group of people for not more than 40 minutes. You also have the ability to record that to your own local computer. However, on the plan that I'm on, you can have up to 100 participants, and there is no time limit, and you can record that in the cloud, so to speak, on their server. Really cool tool, you guys, and I absolutely recommend that you check this out. Sign up for your free account at zoom.us. So there's a couple things that I want to let you know. You don't have to actually sign up for an account to use Zoom. Someone else could be hosting the meeting, and then they could send you a link or a meeting ID. Let me show you what to do with that. So if you want to join a meeting that you're not hosting, you don't even have to sign up for an account. Now, I recommend you do, because it makes it a little easier to sign in next time, and you can add your picture and you can customize your name, and there's a couple pieces like that that are pretty cool. So if you have a few minutes and you don't mind playing with it, zoom.us, sign up for your own free account, and away you go. You can host meetings, you can join meetings. Now, like I mentioned, you don't have to actually sign up to join a meeting. You'll see up here on their website, there's a link that says join a meeting. It's almost in the center of the page right there. Or you can go to zoom.us/join. So if you click that link, join a meeting, or you go directly to zoom.us/join, then you're going to come to this screen right here, and it's going to invite you to put in a meeting ID. That's what you'll need. That's what you'll need from the host, is a meeting ID. And it could be different and unique for every one of the meetings, or you can also create like a default number which you can use for all of your meetings or a particular kind of meetings. There's a lot of options, and I'm not going to go into all the options right now, but if you do have follow-up questions or you want to learn how to do something more specifically, let us know and we'll go over that. So you can sign up for free, you can join for free without even having to sign up, and again, this is the place that you'll do that, zoom.us/join, and you'll need a meeting ID. Or if the person has done this, if the host of the meeting has already done this, they may have created the Zoom meeting and then sent you a direct link. And if you've been sent the direct link, you can go ahead and click the link. It will take you, the same thing happens whether you put the number in right here and you click join, or you get sent a direct link that you click on. Either way, you're going to see this next screen right here. And what's going to happen is the website's going to download a little piece of software to your computer. It's called the launcher. It's the software that allows you to connect the computer together. So this is totally okay to have happen. It's totally okay from this legitimate website, zoom.us. It's going to download the little piece of software, and you're going to have to go through those steps to install that. So you'll need to click it. You might need to tell it to run. You might need to click allow and approve and accept. Your computer's going to prompt you a couple times on what you need to do exactly. So go ahead and walk through that process. Let the computer prompt you. Go ahead and read what it's asking you and know that it's okay to give Zoom the software permission to install on your computer and then access the pieces that it needs to work. So you're going to click allow, accept, approve, whatever it prompts you. And then it's going to ask you if you'll grant access to your video camera. I wrote if on my slideshow. If you want people to see you on your video camera, you can go ahead and grant access to that. I'll come back to that. Hang on. And also grant access to your microphone. You may have a microphone built right into your laptop, or you might need to install or add an additional microphone. I have a microphone, an external microphone, which looks an awful lot like this, which is what I have plugged into my computer and what I use. Your results may vary. So if you have an external microphone, this also works on your mobile phone. It also works on a tablet. And again, it's going to ask you to give it permission to access the microphone on your phone, on your tablet, on your computer. All of those things are totally okay to do. It needs to have access to the components to work. And the final thing that it's going to ask you right as it's actually connecting you to the meeting, it's going to connect you and it's going to drop you into that meeting, and it's going to ask you this final question. It's going to ask you if you want to connect your audio. And the reason it does that is because it's possible for you to connect with your computer or your other device just for the purpose of seeing the screen or the presentation, and yet you could call in on an actual telephone. Rig-a-dig-a-dig-a-dig-a-dig. Rig-a-dig-a-dig-a-dig-a-dig. You could actually do that for the audio piece. But chances are you're not going to do that. You're not going to be watching it on one screen and then manually dial in on the phone. So you're going to want to go ahead and click yes. Yes, connect to the computer audio. Or on the phone, it's going to say connect to device audio. Yes, that's okay. That's the final piece that allows you to be heard in the call. So once you've gone through all those steps, maybe you've signed up for your own account, you've downloaded the little software, allow, accept, approve, granted access to your video camera so it can see you, granted access to your microphone so it can hear you, and you may also have to tell it, yes, go ahead and connect me to the audio. Of course, I want to talk to them, I want to hear them. So that's the final piece that you'll connect. Here's something for you to keep a lookout. Now, this is what it looks like on the left-hand side of my screen here. This is what it looks like on the computer version, and on the right-hand side, this is what it looks like on the mobile version. So I just wanted to show you these two icons right here, so you can see if someone else can see you or hear you or not. So you'll notice that in both of these examples, there's a slash across the microphone and there's a slash across the video screen. So in this particular setting, no one would be able to hear me and no one would be able to see me. And you can also see just a picture, just a corner of the picture. If you don't have your video enabled, it will either show your name, or if you've created your own account and have uploaded your photo, it will show your photo, your static, non-moving photo there instead. So this is how you check to see if someone can see you or hear you. And then when you're ready to be heard, you can click the button that says unmute right there on either version. And when you unmute yourself, then you can be heard. Now, I'm just going to point out, it is up to a combination of your settings, how you have your settings configured, and how the host may have their settings configured. You see, they can set it if they want people to join the meeting muted. And then they have to unmute themselves. So the host has the power to mute everyone or unmute people, depending on how they want the participation to go. But this is how you see it from your side, making sure your microphone is on or not, making sure your camera is on or not. Does that make sense? Are you following that, everyone? Let me know if you have any questions on this. I wanted to highlight this because it's important for me, because sometimes I like to join Zoom meetings totally naked and I don't want the video camera to be on for their benefit. So just to let you know, this is where you're going to go to look for those things. That's not true. I've never done that before. I've never done that. I just said that now to make you laugh. I can hear Doug laughing now. Okay, so that's really important. Check those two settings. And then when you're ready to be heard, unmute. When you're ready to be seen, click the one that says Start Video. Or, surprise, you may already be on video. So this is where you'll want to see that. Do you need more help This is just the basics. This is just getting started. But I am available if you need more help. I'm available for private coaching. We can do it just like this. We could have a Zoom call together to teach you how to use Zoom. You see, this is a perfect tool for you to use for a variety of reasons. You might be a coach or a teacher, and you could use this as a tool to continue to coach your clients, continue to teach your students with a live video-to-video training session. It's amazing. Or maybe you have a mom's group or a church group or a business group or some other meeting that you need to use. This is the tool to do it. So I invite you to reach out to me if you need any help setting this up for your own group or church or business or company. I'm here to help you. I'm here to put these tools and technologies in place. We can work together to overcome what we're going through, and I'm so encouraged to have you here.